What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to G-Ball Vision. Thank you for stopping in. Today we have another exciting unboxing to dig into for you guys. Before we get started, double check and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I would love to have you here. And before you head out, do me a huge favor, hit the thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it, everyone. It really helps get the videos pushed out there so more people can check them out. Feel free to let me know what you are carrying in your pockets today down in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. So we have a knife coming in from Kansept. Huge shout out to them for sending this in for us to take a look at. I am not sure what knife this is, but we are about to find out together here. We'll use the Revo Nest to get into this guy. And let's see what we got here. They did tell me what was coming, but I don't remember, guys. So we have the, oh yes, we have the new little Main Street to check out. And I have never handled the mini Main Street or the little Main Street. So I'm stoked to check this thing out. It's been a while. I love the Main Street. So we have the prototypical unboxing from Kansept, microfiber cloth, paperwork, fold over pouch, and then we have our knife. And when they say little Main Street, they are not kidding around. I didn't know that it was quite this small, but hey, that's cool. This is Kansept having fun. And you know, there's places where you can't have certain blade lengths or over a certain blade length, so stuff like this comes into play for a lot of people. Some people are looking for a secondary knife, you know, something small but still going to be utilitarian, right? And this is a perfect little backup utility style knife. You'll be able to get right up on the tip for precise cutting. You'll be able to get right up behind that edge for a lot of control over the blade. And they implemented a crossbar lock on this guy, which I believe they also did on the full-size version as well. The full-size version, I don't think there's one in between the little and the full size. So this is definitely mini compared to the normal one. But yeah, see, this is kind of in the same ballpark as like the Baby Banter and stuff like that, where you're going to get that 3-finger grip. I much prefer this style right here. This blade shape, this neutral handle. Now you don't get with like the Baby Banter, you have that kind of finger choil area here. But I don't know. I think I much prefer this blade shape and this style of handle over something like the Baby Banter. This is just more my speed. I like a straight blade with a nice pokey tip. I think these are coming in. Boy, they got that small down there. Oh, it is 154. Can we pick it up right there? 154. Can you see it? Look at that camera just pulling through, baby. So we got 154 stone washed, nice Warncliffe style blade here. Dull thumb studs for the deployment. Nice and snappy on the action. The springs are really nice on this little thing. Surprisingly good. And then we have their version of some textured Altum here. This lighter stuff, I don't mind so much. I'm not a huge fan of Altum. I've been trying out some different Altums, and I've come to the conclusion I don't mind this real light see-through stuff so much, but I'm not a huge fan of the darker stuff. And I know some people just love Altum, period. Some people hate both of them. Some people really like the dark stuff but don't like the light stuff. And everybody's just kind of all over the map, right? Originally, I didn't really want anything to do with Altum. But like I said, I figured I might as well try it out running the channel. You know, I might as well have some Altum stuff to check out and show people. And I have to say, this clear, lighter Altum, I don't mind so much. It's pretty cool, especially when you're dealing with like a crossbar lock like this. You can kind of see the inner workings there of, can we do it? You can see kind of the inner workings of this spring, kind of how it moves around, and when the blade closes, we should be able to see it kind of jump. Yeah, see it kind of jump there. You can kind of see the crossbar move with the spring. So just cool that you can see kind of what's going on in there with those crossbar locks. Now we do have a deep carry clip here. You'll have a little bit poking out of the pocket, just a tiny, tiny little bit. I do like this clip, but I think I just noticed, yeah, they didn't recess the screws. For whatever reason, they did not use flat Torx screws there. Probably should have used flat Torx screws. Is that a deal breaker? No, not really, especially when we're talking about, you know, a knife like this. These are going to be probably very inexpensive. I'm going to guess 50 bucks, somewhere in there, maybe even cheaper than that. Kansept has, they definitely have some more expensive knives, but they're budget-ended knives. They're affordable knives. They have them priced pretty well. I think you can get a full-size Main Street for like 60. So I'm going to guess these might be even down like in the 40s, like mid to high 40s. The most 50, because you are getting 154. So, you know, that's a huge step up from like D2, 8CR, 9CR, 10CR. So 154, I could see this being like 50 bucks or so. Probably not a whole lot more than that. This is very thin. Why don't we go ahead and we'll see how this thing is cutting. This thing, let's put it up next to the mini Corvid here. See, this is fun though, guys. It's not going to be for everyone, right? But Kansept knows that. That these two knives won't be for everyone. But this is them having fun, you know, and just kind of going with the flow. They also make some really big knives too, like the Corvid XL is a massive knife. So, you know, it's just them having fun, but these still have, you know, a functionality to them. They'll cut, and they'll cut well. It's just you're not going to want to use these in any hard use cases, but this would make a great little keychain knife right here, this little mini Corvid. It basically weighs nothing, and it looks really cool. But, hey, it's not going to be for everyone, but it's still fun. It's still cool. Now, this is going to be a little bit more people's speed. And, you know, there are a lot of females that watch my channel, and this would be right up a lot of their alleys, I would have to say. Just guessing. You know, it's a little bit smaller, a little bit sleeker. This would make a great knife for a female, you know, with smaller hands, a little bit lighter weight, or this would make a great secondary or kind of that fifth pocket knife for a gentleman. So this is going to hit quite a few different areas, in my opinion. The only spot I'm really seeing where they missed is recessing those screws there. Now, it's not told for lefty either, so kind of a miss there because we do have the crossbar lock, but, you know, that's a iffy situation. I do think it should have been told for lefty, and I do think those screws should have been recessed, but I'm willing to bet that Kansept makes those adjustments, and, you know, when they put these back out again, they make a new run of these minis with the crossbar lock. I'm willing to bet, you know, and that might be just the Ultim version here where they didn't do lefty option. That could be the case, that it's just the Ultim variation. I don't know that for sure. I'll try to find out and put it in the description or the pinned comment. That way, you know, you can have some insight into that. But I think that should have been told for lefty, because we do have an ambidextrous lock, ambidextrous opening method. So kind of a miss there as well. So let's go ahead and see what this edge is hitting for here. Got to get the paper though, guys. Ooh, giving it trouble. I'm telling you what, this telephone book paper gives knives trouble. If it doesn't have a screaming sharp edge on it, it can give it trouble. So I can tell that it's nice and sharp up here, but when I work back here, come on. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, back in here it needs touched up. It's thin. It's really thin. So botched on the edge there. But one thing this is going to do when it has a nice edge is going to be a great utility cutter for precise cuts and things of that nature. We can run a routine lock check here. We're not going to get the spine whacker out for this guy. Solid. So a couple of tweaks on this knife, and you know, I think they got a solid kind of fifth pocket carry knife here. Recess some screws, tool it for lefty, and then you know that is going the edge deal. That's going to vary from knife to knife. You know, the amount of knives that they sharpen, it is insane, I have to believe. So there's definitely going to be some botched edges, you know, and that's when the strop or the sharpening comes into play. Does have a nice sharpening choil there. So this will be, as it's 154, Kansept does a great job with their 154. It should be easy for me to just run this along the strop and get that bad boy back to hair shaving sharp. We'll definitely find out in the overview how this knife has done and how it performs. So stay tuned for the full overview of this knife. You'll have to let me know, what do you think of the little Main Street here? I was surprised by how small it actually was. That's what she said. Hit the thumbs up button. I always appreciate that, guys. And if you are new here, we release videos just like this one every single day. Hit the subscribe button, ring the little bell. I would love to have you here. Otherwise, guys, I will throw up a couple of new videos. Go check one of them out. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you for watching. I will catch you on the next one.